Bctv Local and African News Summary for Thursday, September 11th. Liberia's lead climate official is warning that the country is unprepared for worsening coastal erosion and floods. A European Union diplomat is visiting Liberia and says disinformation poses a growing threat to democracies in West Africa. Kenyans are in shock following the drive-by assassination by a prominent lawyer. 12 students and faculty from the state-run University of Liberia have been awarded full scholarships to pursue Georgia Tech's online Master of Science in Computer Science program, the first Liberian cohort in its history, the Verite online newspaper reports. The university president, Dr. Lely Marpayan, met with the fellows on Capitol Hill and highlighted the significance of the partnership, which was secured with the help of the University Consortium of Liberia. The initiative stems from President Joseph Boakai's 2023 visit to Atlanta, Georgia, the United States, where Georgia Tech launched the OMSCS Scholarship Program for Liberia. President Joseph N. Boakai has met in Washington, D.C. with top officials of the Liberian International Ship and Corporate Registry, the LISCR, that manages Liberia's maritime program. The talks focused on strengthening Liberia's maritime sector, improving regulatory frameworks, and boosting global competitiveness, according to the Executive Mansion. President Boakai reaffirmed his administration's commitment to expanding opportunities and ensuring the maritime sector continues to serve as a key driver of the Liberian economy. The Liberian leader is in the United States to attend the annual UN General Assembly and later a Liberia Diaspora Conference. Front Page Africa reports that a top European Union diplomat has warned that disinformation poses a growing threat to democracies in West Africa. Speaking in Monrovia after a 3-day visit, Mr. João Gomes Cravinho, the EU Special Representative for the Sahel, said Russian-backed propaganda from the Sahel region is destabilizing democratic structures and fueling anti-Western sentiment. He noted that videos glorifying Burkina Faso's coup leader Ibrahim Traoré, many of them AI-generated, are spreading rapidly on social media, especially among the youths. The EU, a key partner to Liberia, has been supporting media literacy, fact-checking, and civic education programs to counter disinformation. An environmental sustainability website, TCD, and the Daily Observer newspaper in Monrovia report that Liberia's lead climate official has warned the country is unprepared for worsening coastal erosion and floods. Mr. Arthur Becker of the Environmental Protection Agency said Liberia's 10-year national adaptation plan remains unfunded, leaving millions at risk from rising sea levels and extreme weather. He noted that even the National Disaster Management Agency is operating on a bare-bone budget, relying heavily on donor support. Experts caution that more than 2.2 million Liberians face flood risk as climate threats intensify. In more news, Bctv News reports that the proposed People's Action Party PAP, led by Montserrado Senator Sir Joseph, has announced new appointments in its Grand Bassa County chapter. Mr. Daniel Titus Wisiji was named county coordinator and has begun forming the party's local leadership ahead of his official launch. You're listening to the Bctv News Summary. The BBC reports that Kenya is in shock after the assassination of a senior lawyer Matthew Kayalo Mbobu in a drive-by shooting in Nairobi. Mr. Mbobu, a former head of the political party's dispute tribunal, was gunned down on Tuesday evening by an attacker on a motorcycle. The Law Society of Kenya condemned the killing as abhorrent and warned of growing threats against lawyers. The Kenyan Senate Speaker, Amason Kingi, called it a cold-blooded killing and urged swift investigations. And finally, Ethiopia has inaugurated Africa's largest dam, the $5 billion Grand Renaissance Dam, aimed at ending power blackouts and boosting economic growth. The dam, built on a Nile tributary, will generate over 5,000 megawatts and double Ethiopia's electricity capacity. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed called it a big achievement, with visiting African leaders including South Sudan's President Salva Kiir and Kenya's President William Ruto expressing plans to import power from the dam. But the project remains controversial, with Egypt warning of threats to its vital Nile water supply. And according to the AP, Prime Minister Abiy assured neighbors the dam will bring shared prosperity and not harm. To summarize, Liberia's lead climate official, Arthur Becker, is warning that the country is unprepared for worsening coastal erosion and floods. A European Union diplomat, Mr. João Gomes Cravinho, visiting Liberia, says that disinformation poses a growing threat to democracies in West Africa. And Kenyans are in shock following the drive-by assassination of a prominent lawyer. That's the BCTV News Minute.